Come on through, Cookie. Come on up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is going to be, it's season 4, episode 2 of If Loving You Is Wrong. Now, the show was good. It was good, tonight. There were some acting issues. I had some real live acting issues. It was one section where actually Fawn was actually talking to her dad. And she basically was talking to her dad about her being around Natalie's son, Joey. That whole thing. And it was divulged that the mother and the father, it was the same thing when they were growing up. His parents didn't like the girl. Or no, it was the other way around. Her parents didn't like the boy because they got caught fucking in the back of her dad's hardware store. Same old shit, just time repeating itself. And that kind of thing. And her dad was just kind of like being real stupid about it. She basically let him know that he had broken labor laws by firing Natalie. Natalie didn't do anything wrong. That the problem that he had was actually with Joey and that whole kind of thing. But the whole thing, that whole scene was just acted very, very badly. Like the acting was just horrible. So it really screwed up the whole scene. And I was like so wanting that scene to be over with. It was just, that was horrible. But we got it. So finally he decided he would allow Natalie to come back to work, not Joey. He would let Natalie come back to work. They went over to Natalie's house. Fawn ended up getting Joey back in the house with Natalie. Plus, she said she would come to work the day after tomorrow. Now, meanwhile, damn all that, she's still being followed by these low-level drug dealers and everything because they're going to rob her, and they're planning on robbing her later that week. Bad thing is, I just hope Joey doesn't get caught up in the crossfire and get killed with this shit, because if so, I think Lucian is going to have a fit. But anyway, okay, so let's go back. That goddamn Randall had a whole situation with his mother. He's going back and forth with his mother. He is really crazy. He's really, really crazy. Like he's just all in, my son this, my son that, and I'm going to go take these clothes over there. And Miss Louise was like, you are not taking your ass over there, period. She don't love you. She's not in love with you. Yes, you're in love with her, but she is not in love with you. You want some crazy shit. And then you acting like your father. Well, that pissed him off. And then we found out that literally the father had snuck out on the mother. We knew that, and fucked her girlfriend. But we didn't know, had a child with her. And then they had the nerve to come and garnish child support off of Miss Louise for that child. And he ended up even leaving Miss Louise and went with that woman and that baby. Ended up getting cancer and then come back to Miss Louise, and she took care of him until he died. And her two sons have actually, they kind of resented that, and they didn't like that at all. But here, Randall, you're basically doing the same thing. Taking Marcy's credit card, buying shit for Alex's baby, $3,800 worth of shit. It was ridiculous. Then he gonna talk shit to Marcy. Marcy don't even have no more fight left. She's like, you know what, I'm done. I don't even care. She's steady packing her stuff. You ready to leave? He keep trying to pick a fight. Keep trying to pick a fight with her. She was like not even going for it, Then he told his mother, you used to couldn't stand her. She said, yeah, but I was woman enough. Well, I'm woman enough to admit that I was wrong. I was wrong about her, and I'm woman enough to admit that. He just out of order in general, and that's what the mother told him. You have always had a problem saying when you're wrong, and you are wrong. She did whatever she did, and he got it in his head that Marcy's so wrong for screwing in the shed. But you screwed in the shed for months. and you made a baby, but he don't feel like he wrong. He done convinced himself that he's not wrong. The psychologist with the mental problem. It's ridiculous. But whatever. Marcy's doing the best thing. She leaving this stinking ass. She was leaving, and a whole mess. As she's actually getting out, he's literally antagonizing her all the way to the car. And he ends up blurting out, "You don't want to see the baby? You don't want to see me and Alex's son?" Well, baby, Alex's dad was on the porch and said, "What did you say?" Child, so shit's getting ready to get ugly with that. They ain't found Alex yet. She's somewhere hiding out in the neighborhood with the baby. Her nose is bleeding and shit, and the baby crying. And her husband walking on through the neighborhood looking for her crazy ass. A mess. But all that shit's getting ready to implode next week, so I can't wait to see that. Um, Julius actually came down to see Esperanza with his, because you know he's a little crazy too. And he basically was going back and forth with Esperanza. She's like talking shit to him, and she's so hooked up on Eddie. And he basically told her, "Eddie's a dirty cop. This is the proof. He's over your house right now. He got a bitch at your house right now. I'd have followed him and all of that. There's a bitch over your house right now with Eddie. So it just is what it is. You screwed a dirty cop. You got a problem with me because I'm a drug dealer. Really? Whatever." I told her he missed that sweet ass. She told him he ain't never gonna touch that ass again. This, that thing, and the other. But he told her really nicely, "My father is in the hospital. He is stage 4 cancer, and when he's gone, so is Eddie." And I said, "Well, I'm all in for that. I can't wait for that to see him cut Eddie's motherfucking head to the white meat, because that Eddie's ridiculous." Also, the whole little thing with Pete and all that. They were down there at the scene. None of this shit ain't adding up. The one little guy, I think he's a district attorney or something, but he's just an arrogant bastard. The whole department is dirty. Lucian knows it. There's something else going on with Lucian. I think Lucian got something else going on. I think he might be leaking something to the feds to try to get that department together. There's a lot of shit going on there. But 16 rookies being killed in a year's time? I think he said a year's time. You know, a lot of dirty shit going on. And Lucia noted that story that what's his face is telling is completely wrong and it ain't right. Also, there was a little conversation with Claudia and Esperanza about that shit that's going on with Pete. And Esperanza noticed shit's funky and gonna turn around and tell Claudia, "You ask too many questions. You need to stop asking so many questions." You know what? I don't like Esperanza no better than I like Eddie. For real, for real. I don't. She's ridiculous. She's afraid of Eddie, and at first I used to feel sorry for her, but that bitch is an enabler as well because she don't want. She's in love with Eddie. She don't want Eddie to get in no trouble either. I can't wait until they kill him up out of the daggone story and see where she end up. Because she gonna go down with him because she covers up a lot of shit too. She's always got her face up in some shit. So I don't like her either. She ain't got on my damn nerves. Anyway, and the other little thing, this was something in the writing that I was like, Tyler, that was kind of cheap and cheesy and lazy. That the drug lord actually works with Randall, and Randall has worked with them on a couple different cases through the years. And he's telling them, "There's already a check cut for you. I want you to help my son. There's changes that have been made to my will." And he's angry, and he's going to be even more angry. Well, here it is. That's Julius that we're talking about. So his father's going to basically die, I guess, and then that's going to put him and Randall together for some reason. I don't even know why those two storylines are even getting ready to touch each other, but I don't know. It just seemed kind of cheesy to me, but whatever. That's basically it. That's all that really went on. I kind of like ran all through that, but that's kind of what went on. And I'll get back with y'all on this again next week. All right, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You guys know how that all works, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.